Hello, welcome back to Football United TV. We're back again with Unofficial Pundit, mate. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. In a time like this, just as long as you've got your health and family are well, that's the most important thing right now, ain't it?
Exactly, yeah. And talking about that as well, like the Premier League coming back, when do you think that will be? I mean, seeing as there's a lot of debate going on, isn't there, where people don't want it to happen and people do. Are you 50-50 on it, or do you positively know exactly what side you're on?
Well, I positively know exactly what side I'm on because I don't want to see the Scousers win the Premier League. So I want it to be null and void. But the only issue for me is I tweeted it yesterday. I see that apparently Italy are looking to resume in a month's time.
13th of June, right?
Yeah, which was exactly a month yesterday. And I just thought to myself, how does that work out when Italy at one point were the worst hit country in the world? They were as bad as it sounds, the benchmark for everyone else, and everyone else didn't want to get there. We was all like looking at Italy now, thinking, "Oh my God, is that going to happen here?" America was looking at things, "Is that going to happen?" Everyone was looking at Italy. Now they want to resume football that quick. It just makes me think to myself, is there something they're not telling us? Is there something they're not telling us because they don't want everyone just to rush back to normal just yet? Or because how are they even talking about starting football here when I can't go and meet my mum and dad over the park at the same time? I can only meet one of them and I've got to keep my distance. But they're going to let 22 players, 4 referees, 2 managers, a load of coaches and physios and whatever. Then you're going to have the staff that are there to make sure everything's in place and the security there. You're talking about over 100 people, minimum, all from different homes, because they're not all from the same home, are all going to be meeting up. And how does that work? But I can't meet my mum and dad, who are coming from the same home. We're going to keep our distance over the park. I can't meet both of them at the same time. It's just, I've got no faith in any of it at the moment. And to be honest with you, I'm starting to get to the point where I just think...
Would you agree with Danny Rose then, what he said in the press the other day, or I think it might have been on social media, about the fact that he thinks it's ridiculous that we're going straight back into football, yet people are still dying?
No, I think Danny Rose worded it totally wrong.
He always does, yeah.
Yeah, totally. I also think Danny Rose, it's like he's resigned that his career's finished. And he's just going to play for a handful of clubs here and there, just nick whatever paycheck he can. Because I think it's for like about 2 years now, he just doesn't keep his mouth shut. Give it a rest. There's a million footballers out there. No one's really saying anything. Why do you need to be the one? But yeah, I agree with him that they shouldn't be going back just yet. They shouldn't. The league should be done now. That should be it. League over. The world's been hit by a pandemic. It's meant to be terrible. There's a crisis. Loads of people have passed away, sadly. May they rest in peace. But you're talking about bringing football back, like as if that's so important. It's not important at all. It's not more important than life. They shouldn't even be talking about it. But if it is talk about it, then I'm sorry, open everything back up. If they're thinking about getting football, then open everything back up. Let's crack on and let's fight the virus. That's the way I look at it. Let's fight the virus and hopefully we overcome it in that sense, because if they're not going to be a vaccine until next year and they're talking about second waves and third waves and all that, what we're meant to do? Stay in our house for a year? It's not going to happen. People are going to go nuts. And you're starting to see crime now kick off again. I've seen something about Dele Alli. I hope he's all right. I hope his family's all right. But being robbed in his house at knife point, this will flare up. There'll be more and more of it because they know these footballers are sitting at home.
Yeah, you know what? I agree. The mental health as well around this time for people who've been stuck indoors, definitely no good. And yeah, I guess football would take that off their minds a little bit, you know. We'll have to see what happens in the Bundesliga, won't we, you know?
Yeah, 100%. That starts on Friday, I think.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, and we got...
crazy.
Is it Dortmund and Schalke? That looks like probably the best game this weekend, Saturday.
Okay. I haven't, to be honest with you, I haven't even looked. I haven't really been paying attention. Not been paying attention to football when it comes back or not. I'm more looking at when are we going to get back to normal. Like I said, I look at countries like Denmark and Sweden and Germany. I was born in Denmark. I look at countries like that and they're going back to normal. So clearly they're not as afraid of this virus. Why is that? Is this not meant to be a virus that will stop everyone? Has no boundaries, has no borders. So Yeah, to be honest with you, I feel sorry for the people that have lost loved ones, but I don't believe any of the numbers or the figures or anything. I don't believe any of it. Honestly, I'm not saying people ain't dying, but I just don't believe any of it. I got a voice note at one point just before that hot weekend, the first hot weekend. I got a voice note on my phone. People were forwarding to each other about a woman. They sounded like a woman in middle-aged woman, so she must have kids or something. You wouldn't expect a woman like that talking about how teenagers and kids are gonna die and ambulances won't come to get you, and it was all lies. I was like, what kind of sick people do you have out there? Then I've heard people talk about, oh, my friend, blah blah blah, girlfriend, brother works somewhere and he see them stacking up bodies. No, they weren't stacking up no bodies. Because the way I look at it is, over 10,000 people die a week in England. We don't see bodies getting stacked up. That's a lot of people. That's over 1,000 people a day.
Yeah.
Why is it now? And other deaths are lower while these deaths are going on. So it'd be the same sort of figures. For me, I don't believe any of that.
Yeah, it could be. I'm definitely thinking skeptical on some of the figures that they're bringing out. Definitely. Let's roll back into football. What are you making of, looking at Man United, of course? What are you making of the Ighalo situation? You know, the 20 million price tag and the fact that he's on 300,000 a week. I think it is, isn't it? Do you think it's worth going for to give him an extension on his contract?
Like I said, I've not really been paying much attention to football because I know not much is going to go on. And no matter who breaks it, whether it's Sky Sports or this one or that one, I just don't believe any of it. They've got to sell something because nothing's going on. So I haven't really looked at it. I didn't know he was on that much wages, but I suppose that's becoming the normal for football nowadays. Price tag's not a lot. I don't think that's a lot to pay for a player who's maybe not at his peak anymore, but he's still experienced, still can give a couple of years. And we don't need another youngster. I'm a big fan of Martial. I've said that. He's my favourite player. I want to see him starting more up front. We know his best season was when he first came in. He was a striker most of the time. Now he's gone back to that position. It looks like his best position. So if you go and buy someone like Dembele from Lyon, he's not coming for 60 million to sit on the bench and be second fiddle to Martial. Impossible. He's going to want to start. So that doesn't make no sense. So Ighalo's the best one for me. And Ighalo wants to be there. He's happy to sit on the bench. And when he gets called upon, he'll give his all. He's not going to spit his dummy out. He's not going to moan. It's like if I signed for Manchester United, I wouldn't care if the manager said to me, you're going to be sitting on the bench probably for 95% of the season. No problem.
I think it's a really good thing that we should be going for him. For 20 million, like you say, I don't think it's really big money. For someone you know is going to get you goals, and like you said, is going to sit on the bench and is happy to do that. And he'll probably even take a wage cut, I think, to come to United, you know, because it's his dream. And the fact that shirt sales in Africa as well, I'm pretty sure, are going through.
Oh, yeah, of course. I saw a quote from him that apparently he already took a pay cut when his agent told him that he was going to be taking a pay cut to go to Man United. He said he doesn't care. That was his dream. You need players like that. You need players that if other players are down, he'll help lift them because like I said, he won't down his tools as well because things ain't going right for a month. He'll try to lift people. His spirits will still be high because he loves being there. So for me, he's a no-brainer. I just think we don't need to go out and spend more money. We've seen other big transfers that we've done and haven't worked out for us. He's worked out at the moment. Is he going to get much better? No. Will he get much worse? I don't think so. You know what you're going to get from him. He can score goals. He'll bring that hold-up play in certain games. And that. Yeah, I like him. I'm a big fan of his. So he's a keep for me, 100%.
Yeah, definitely. Same here, mate. So we were also going to talk about Angel Gomez, weren't we? About this rumour about him wanting to leave and possibly Arsenal and Chelsea looking at him. But, you know, this is all rumours, isn't it, at the moment? There's nothing to do. But what do you make of this and his unsettlement at Man United recently?
Angel Gomez, for me, he's not good enough for Man United. I don't even understand the talk. I see some people on Twitter and Instagram. You'd think we was getting rid of prime Wayne Rooney or Ronaldo or Messi or someone. Honestly, you'd think we was just letting one of them go in their prime. I'm just like, I think to myself, have you guys actually seen him play? Because I saw him play against, was it FC Twente, UEFA Cup? There was a couple of games we played. And I've watched him play. and he played in his favoured number 10 role. I'm sorry, he was useless. He was absolutely useless. Did nothing. There's nothing. But it's these young kids. If he done a little half turn on the ball, they get so excited about that because them clips and it's them YouTube clips they get excited about. And because he's small like Lionel Messi and has a fancy name, it's like they think, oh, he's not good enough. And I hear people say about Ole not giving him a chance, not giving youngsters a chance. What are you talking about? Nobody even knew who Brendan Williams was. Nobody knew who Brendan Williams was unless you watch every single youth academy game and all that. You didn't know.
Probably didn't even have any YouTube clips, you know, like.
No, of course he didn't. I don't even think he had many followers on Instagram. Now all of a sudden he's become a sensation. Why? Because Ole must have seen something. He must have seen it in training. I thought, Joe, what? There's something about this kid. He's still got Chong hanging around. All these players. There's a reason for it. I know there's a lot of love for Ghana and that, but when they played, and Levitt, but when they played in that game again in the UEFA Cup and we lost, they didn't do anything special. I'm not looking at stats of you kept the ball 97% of the time, like your pass accuracy on 95 or 90. I'm not looking at that if you didn't create anything. It's very simple for a professional footballer who's in the middle of the park to always find a simple pass. You go back to centre back, you go to the left back, you go to the right back, the other centre back. He's always got options. Then you've got the wide forwards. He's always got options. He can keep the ball, like I said, 95% of the time easily with simple passes. And I think that's why they haven't been in the mix as much either. Not because they might not have the talent, but because Ole knows they're not ready yet. If you're ready, like Greenwood, you're going to be playing. Williams, you're going to be playing. Those two are cemented around the first team now. So why would you not do it with Gomez? It's not as if Ole don't like the younger kids. If this was Mourinho was talking about, there was no younger kids in the mix, I'd say, okay, maybe Gomez is good enough. Mourinho's just not giving him a chance. We know Mourinho don't really like youngsters. He likes more experienced players.
Yeah, I don't really think it's debatable. He hasn't been good enough. There isn't any other reason. It's not just because he hates the lad or anything. He just isn't good enough. I haven't seen him do, like you said, really anything for the team, like every time he's had his chance. So, and like you say, Greenwood has definitely cemented his place. I even think at some point, and I know it's a bit hasty, but I think he'll be better than Rashford.
Greenwood?
I just have this feeling about him. He just looks so good, mate. Honestly, his finishes as well. You know what I mean? He's calm. He's calm at his age. You know, like
I'm a big fan of the boy.
Calmer than Rashford.
I'm a big fan of the boy, but I just don't think for me, Martial's my favourite player. Probably because he broke on the scene before Rashford for us. But for me, there's no one in that team that's ahead of Rashford. I don't think there's anyone in the team that's going to be ahead of Rashford. But obviously, that's a matter of opinion. I'm not saying that you're totally wrong. Yeah. It's just why I just have this funny feeling. Yeah. Like, I just think Rashford, the world is oyster. And I just wish he hadn't got injured. That was upsetting. Hopefully he comes back. It won't need too long to get back to normal. But he was just flying. It just shows you that he just needed that little bit more experience, which he's slowly getting now. And you need better players around you as well. You can't always have garbage around you and expect the player to do well. And 1 minute he was starting under Mourinho, next minute he wasn't. Then he was on the left wing, then he was on the right wing. Then he all of a sudden had him as a striker. You need to find the player's best position on what he likes the most and what you think he's good at as a manager, and then keep playing him there so he can adapt to it and get better and better. Mbappe is an unbelievable talent. We know this. But if Mbappe wasn't playing week in, week out, believe me, he wouldn't look as good. If you watched every single one of Mbappe's games, every single one, and study his every movement, like some of our fans do with Rashford, there's loads of times where he does things wrong. I've seen it. Do you know what I mean? But fans don't like to. Perfect. Because let's be honest, no one's watching PSG against Dijon or Cannes or whoever else they're playing against. No one's watching PSG against them because it's boring. So you only see the clips after when Mbappe does something really good and think, oh, wow, he scored a goal, got an assist, him, Neymar, Cavani, Di Maria, wow. And you see that when he nutmegged the player. That's what you're seeing. But with Rashford, everything's zoomed in because every Man United game's watched. Doesn't matter who they're playing against. They can be playing against the worst team in the world. Everyone's still going to run around and watch Man United. Half of them want to watch Man United lose. They're praying. The other half want to see some good football. And if it's not a good day for us, everyone's going to jump on Rashford's back. You've got our own fans. How many of them said Rashford weren't good enough? I've seen fans say that Rashford should be sold. I still see fans now say that we're better off without Rashford.
How can we be better without Rashford? We haven't even really got Ighalo. He's on loan. So who else is there? Like, you can't put all that on Greenwood either. You've got to get him into it. Talking of French players and injured players, Paul Pogba coming back as well. What would you make of this now that Bruno Fernandes is here? And the fact that he probably isn't going to go to Real Madrid now because of the certain climate at the moment. What do you make of this? Do you think he's going to be good for Man United coming back in, or would you rather see him go if they really can try and make a deal?
I've already said my piece on Paul Pogba. People think it's I've had this thing against him. I haven't. I used to be the biggest Pogba fan. I used to argue that he's the best midfielder in the world. Do I think if he had the same application, if he had the same desire and work rate, I wanted to be that type of player as someone like Roy Keane, do I think Pogba would be the best midfielder in the world? Oh, by a distance. No one will get close to him. But he hasn't. He doesn't have that thing. It's more about Pogba and his PP brand rather than it is about the football. Why does he want to go back to Juve? You're not going to do anything special at Juve. If Juve do the double this year or next year, with or without him, that's Juve. No one's shocked. No one's going to be like, oh, wow, Juve done a double. Pogba went back there, and next season, Juve done a double. No one will be like, oh, can you see Pogba made them better? No.
I don't think they can even afford it because I heard the rumour that they're going to lower their wage cap down to 150,000 per player, which I don't know how would work. That would work because you got people like Ramsey on a lot of money there and Ronaldo, etc. But yeah, I think you're right. I don't think he's going to go back to Juventus, or I don't think even Madrid either. But
I can't see him going. I'll be honest with you, I can't see him going anywhere at the moment just because of the market. But with everything that's gone on, I don't think anyone's going to want to pay 150 million for a player who hasn't played. He hasn't played all season. Played about 6 games. You're not going to. You don't know how he's going to be when he comes back. He might take a little while to get back into the swing of things. He might even be different. Who knows? But yeah, for me, if he was going to get 100% Paul Pogba committed to the cause, I'd love to see him back. Do I want to see him back? No, I don't. I know he's not committed to the cause at all. And why I say that is, he said in the summer he wanted to leave. He wanted a new challenge. And all this time he hasn't shut his agent up once. Not once has he shut his agent up, which he can. His brother's even been talking a load of crap. He could tell his brother, stop. Like, come on, stop. I would. If it was me and my brother was doing that, even if I wasn't happy at Man United because things have gone on, I still wouldn't disrespect the club and have other people talk for me.
Did you hear about Rabiot at PSG? He had to sack his mum, who was his agent, because she was like causing a lot of fuss and a lot of mayhem on media and all that. And he had to sack her. That's his mum. So
yeah.
Right, Paul Pogba can do something about it if he really wanted to. I completely agree with that.
If he really wants to do something, he can. End of story. I don't get. You tell your agent, innit? Your agent works for you at the end of the day, and you just say, "Stop. Listen, I'm not happy about this." And even if someone's trying to argue with me that he can't stop his agent, well, you can stop your brother. There's no doubt about that. And to shut it all up, if you wanted to, you can come out. It's very simple. Come out and say, "I'm committed to this cause at Man United right now, and I will be here for the next year or two. After that, we'll see what happens." Or you can come out and say, "I would like a move in the summer." It's that simple. It's that simple, and he hasn't done any of it because he loves the drama. This is what makes his brand bigger. He's talked about. I went on show with Terry and 4 other people. I know you've seen it. We spoke about it. What was the main topic really? Paul Pogba. I'm here with you today. What's the main topic? Paul Pogba. If you sit and watch Sky Sports and they talk about Man United, no matter what they talk about, we could beat the World 11 5-0. At some point, they'll come onto the topic about Paul Pogba. That's good for Paul Pogba. That means he's always in the media.
Do you think there's a bit of resemblance seeing now that Jesse Lingard's got the same agent? Do you think he's trying to go down that same path? Because he obviously does a lot of this Instagramming, Twittering, etc. Do you think it's the same sort of thing?
I just think Jesse Lingard's been told that he's surplus to requirement at Man United. And for him, it was the best way to get a move is get an agent like that. And the best way to rub it in Man United's face is to go and get the guy who dislikes your club, has been running your club down and your manager down. That was probably the biggest disrespect for me I've seen from a footballer. you're meant to be a Man United boy through and through, and you've gone and got the man who's been shitting on us this season and been saying some horrible things about, like I said, about the club, about our manager, everything. No, sorry. For me, that was disgusting. I can't wait to see the back of him. I really can't. I cannot wait to see the back of him. I see someone do a poll, which player should go first, and most people said Phil Jones. Phil Jones is not a problem for me. He's not going to start. Phil Jones is not an issue. If Phil Jones is still there in 5 years' time, he's not an issue for me. He's not causing the club any trouble. His wages ain't that high. It's not if he's on 300 grand a week or anything like that. His wages ain't really high. He's not going to got an agent like that. So like I said, he's not an issue, Phil Jones. Why is he an issue? The first person who should be going is one of them is Jesse Lingard.
Yeah, great.
You knew what you was doing. He should be one of the first players to go. And Jesse Lingard definitely isn't good enough. Like, there's 100%. There's a few of them little players there that need to go, like Lingard, like Gomez. Let him go. I'm sorry, yeah, Pogba. You see the unity between the players now. Since Bruno's coming as well, it's like giving the team a little bit more of a lift. You see that they're behind. They're behind Ole. Why bring someone back who's not? We could win 10 games on the bounce. It's all going to look gravy, and then we lose one game. Pogba's going to throw his toys out the pram. 100%. You don't need that in the dressing room. You just don't. Let's move him on. I don't think we should have it all. Like I've seen people say about, so we're just going to rely on Bruno. No. Get rid of Pogba for a good price and go and sign another midfielder. Doesn't mean just because you sold him, you don't need to sign another one. Keep hearing this, Bruno's a replacement for Pogba. No. Bruno came in because we needed another midfielder. We needed more creativity in the midfield, which Ole highlighted. So if we sell Pogba now, it doesn't mean that we don't need to go and sign someone. No, he's not a replacement for Pogba. He was a player we needed for creativity. And if you sell another one of your creative players like Pogba, you're going to have to buy somebody else. That's just the way I look at it.
This is a great question leading on to that pretty much. Who do you think Man United should be getting to replace some of these players at least?
Well, the number one signing I want to see has to be Sancho. Jadon Sancho has to be the number one signing for me this summer. I really do. Whether Pogba stays or goes, I think a front three of Rashford, Martial and Sancho might not win the league next year or the year after that. But believe me, as they get that little bit older and that little bit more experience, and Martial's hitting that nearly 27 and Rashford's hitting that nearly 24, 25, whatever, and Sancho they're going to be a problem. And they've got used to playing with each other for a couple of seasons. They're going to be a serious, serious problem, especially with other players coming of age. Could you imagine that right-hand side with AWB and Sancho? Sancho won't ever have to come back and defend. He won't ever have to defend because, AWB's got it. Do you know what I mean? So you can just
the best right-back defender in the world, I think.
Yeah, without a doubt.
His attacking obviously isn't that great, but we can improve on that, I think.
I don't think his attack is that much of a problem. I think it's more that we don't get enough players in the box. Trent's got a fantastic ball on him, but he whips in about 50 crosses a game. Eventually, somebody's going to get on the end of one of them.
Yeah.
Eventually, somebody's going to get on the end of one of these crosses. If you're whipping that many crosses a game, he takes all their corners, he takes all their free kicks. Eventually, somebody's going to get on the end of one of these crosses because Liverpool pack the box out.
I guess it's chances created, isn't it? That improves Liverpool's chances of always winning, which they have been, unfortunately, this season.
Listen, as much as I hate to compare it, and I don't think they're anywhere near as good as us, but when we was at our best, what did we used to do? You knew for the last 10, 15 minutes, we would sign everything at that team, and the crosses would be coming to the box, one after the other. As soon as it come back out, it's coming straight back in. Eventually, there was going to be, so even if we got lucky, there was going to be some little ricochet. We had 7 men in the box. Somebody's going to get on the end of one of these crosses at some point. And that's what used to happen. And that's what Liverpool are doing at the moment. I've seen it in a lot of their games. They've got 7 players in the box. Literally, they've got 7 players in the box. Of course they're going to score. Of course he's going to get an assist. Because eventually, the ball keeps coming at him. He keeps whipping it in. Like I said, somebody's going to get on the end of this. So I don't think it's that AWB is bad, but he's so good at defending. Like I said, Sancho won't have to come back and help defend. Just let Sancho roam around the halfway line. So when we've got a counter-attack on, give him the ball. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's so much you can do. I've seen all the big clubs do it. Ronaldo didn't come back and defend all the time. Ronaldo used to be around the halfway line. Why? That's why when Real Madrid used to counter-attack, the other team were in trouble. Because Ronaldo gets the ball, he's gone. If he doesn't, he's making the run. So the player who's running down the wing or whatever, he's always going to have Ronaldo as an option. Messi doesn't come back and defend that much. Messi's in and around the halfway line. Because you have to have at least one or two players up there. I saw a video of Ighalo when he was at Newcastle. He never used to come back and defend. But that's why when it got to the 60th, 70th minute, the other team were in trouble. Because he was relatively fit. He's hardly done any running. And the fullbacks or the centre-backs, they're tired now. And now if he gets the ball, can you imagine? Imagine being a centre-back who's knackered and you've got to now chase him 40 yards. Do you know what I mean?
It's sort of like the Torres, I guess, with Vidic, wasn't it? Because Vidic was amazing and he'd always stay up top, wouldn't he? And it'd smash him every time. You're like, oh man, like I hate that so much. But I agree with Sancho coming in. Definitely, I think that would be amazing to see. And it looks like it would be even cheaper than what we were going to do originally. So I think you should just cash it and go for it. If you're going to spend 80-something million on Maguire, you got to be spending a little bit more on Sancho, sure.
Yeah, I agree with that. And if we was to get rid of Pogba, I know that might have been one of your questions as well in there. If we was to get rid of Pogba, who would I get to replace him? I don't really know at the moment. I'm going to be honest with you. With this market, like I said, if you're going to go and get someone like Maddison, he's still young. You can't expect the best of Maddison for about 5 years. Are the fans going to have that patience? Because they ain't got it with Rashford. They ain't got it they won't have it with Greenwood. If Greenwood's playing every game and he had a little dip. Everyone loved James the first month, and then now I see so many fans on his back. He's young. He come from Swansea. Give him a bit of time. I think people are forgetting. People like Salah came over here and was useless. Went away and came back again. No one hits the ground running. Ronaldo wasn't great his first few seasons. He scored like 4 goals and 5 goals in the league his first few seasons because you need time, young players. So who would I want? I don't know.
Are you hearing about Partey from Madrid?
Doesn't interest me at all. I don't know where the geezer's got a name from. No one knew him 2 years ago. Atletico Madrid weren't great last year. So where's he got a name from?
I don't know.
I don't get it.
Now going in for him, it's very strange news.
Yeah, for me, 100%.
Something about the contract as well. Like he's on his last year nearly, I think, and they want to catch in on him. I just think it's because he's playing at Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid always in the Champions League and that, so you're going to pick out a few players from some of them teams, and he's one of them players that have been picked out of hacks, and one needs a midfielder. But we know Real Madrid and Barcelona always buy the best from their league. Always. Nearly always, anyway. Real Madrid need midfielders. Why have they not looked at him? Barcelona, they haven't really got the best crop of midfielders anymore. A lot of their midfielders are either getting old or they're really young and haven't really amounted to it yet. Why are they not looking at him? Do you know what I mean? So I'm not overly struck by him, and I just don't think we've got Matic there still. We've got Fred, and we've got McTominay, who all are hard workers in that midfield. You can't tell me Partey's an out-and-out defensive midfielder because he plays in a 2-man midfield for Atletico Madrid. I'd like to see Fred there myself and McTominay switching it about anyway, at least.
Yeah, I think we've got options even for next season. I think Matic, he got a lot of stick from me, but he was sensational when he came back after that little injury. He was sensational. He brings that stability because of the experience, the know-how. He's won the league a couple of times. He knows what he's doing. He's not useless.
I think he plays on morale, doesn't he? Do you not think like he needs a team that's going for it and not like in the drains?
I think with Matic, I think it dawned on me, if you're a team that's going to play like how Mourinho was, and the other team are going to have a lot of the ball, it didn't matter who we played. We could be playing Brighton at home. They seemed to have a bit more possession than us. It was like, what is going on? Matic can't do that. He can't keep doing the running back and running around like a chicken because his legs, and he's getting older. But if you're going to have a lot of the ball, he can do that part because he can pass the ball. We know he doesn't mind having. He'll always be an option. He doesn't mind having the ball. He'll look for passes. I'm not saying he's not your Paul Scholes or your Xavi of the passing range. You know what I mean? But he'll still try to make a pass. He'll keep it simple. For me, he's a good player to have there. I think this style suits him more than if he's got to be running around like a headless chicken trying to chase the other team. That doesn't suit him at all. I think that's why he didn't look great near the end of Mourinho's time.
What do you think about the centre-back situation? A lot of people think we need one. Some people think we're already okay there. What do you make of that?
I like Lindelof and Maguire. I think they're both going to get better and better. They need to play with each other. It doesn't just happen overnight. So, yes, I like them both. Then I see a lot of fans really like Bailly. I'm not his biggest fan. I will admit that. But I see a lot of fans like Bailly. And listen, I hope when people hear me say it, they think, oh, I hate Bailly. I want him gone. No, I would love Bailly to become the best defender tomorrow. Ever. But I just don't see it yet. That doesn't mean like a lot of fans, if they say someone's bad at Man United, they now only want to see them do bad. No, I want to see them do good. Even players I don't like. I would love Jesse Lingard to become the next Ryan Giggs. I just don't see it happening. And now what he done with his agent, I would love Andres Pereira to turn up one day for a game and be Ronaldinho. Don't see it happening. Do you know what I mean? So Bailly, I don't see it, but we still got him, which a lot of fans love. Twine Zebe, I've been really impressed by him. I don't think he's ready to start yet, but I really liked him. So that's 4 there. That's 4 centre-backs. I don't see Phil Jones going anywhere anytime soon. If you're playing him against Colchester in the Cup, that's fine as well. So that's another centre-back. No, I don't think we need any more. We don't need to go and spend 50 million on another centre-back. If one of them don't work out at the end of next season, then yeah, you can go and get centre-back. But no, I think this team needs to gel now. They need a couple of more signings, maybe 2, 3 more signings, and they just let them gel. It happened. It has to happen. They've got to play with each other for a bit. Cristiano Ronaldo went to Real Madrid for the first 5 years. He never saw a semi-final in the Champions League. He just left a team that had got to back-to-back finals. And now he's gone there, he can't even get into a semi-final. Got into 1 quarter-final in 5 years, I think it was. That's how bad they were. But it took time. I remember Modric, after his first season, he was voted Real Madrid's worst ever signing. He's the one the Ballon d'Or. Yeah, not that I believe he should have got Ballon d'Or at all, but he's been fantastic. So it just shows you, because they needed time to gel, they needed time to click. When they finally clicked, they became a really good team. That's what we need now. We need time to click. We need the fans to be supportive. Ole ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere. Ole's here now. Everyone who said he was going to be sacked by Christmas, no, he's not. He's here now, and he's here to stay at the moment because he's doing a better job. A manager will lose his job quicker when the team are not behind him. There's no one that can tell me they've watched games and thought to themselves that the team ain't behind Ole. The team and the players are 100% behind him. They just haven't gelled yet. Like I said, there's a lot of that back four has not been settled. It's not a back four that have played with each other every week for a whole season, 2 seasons, 3 seasons, with little injuries here and there. Maguire's just come in. AWB just come in. Lindelof was always in and out. Shaw was always in and out. So it's a random back four. They've got to get to know each other. They've got to get to know each other's strengths, each other's weaknesses, what suits them best. Then you've got the midfield. The midfield has been mixed up so much because of injuries and things. That hasn't helped. Then you've got the front 2 or 3. Rashford, Martial, under Mourinho, was always in and out. They weren't certain. Greenwood has just come in. Daniel James has just come in. All these players don't know each other. Let them play with each other for a couple of years and they know. Like, let's be honest. Beckham didn't need, as soon as the ball came to Beckham, he didn't need to look up and know where Giggs was going to be. He knew where Giggs was going to be because he's already glanced 10 seconds before the ball came. So he knows the minute the ball comes towards him, Giggs knows he can find him. So he knows which run Giggs is going to make. Scholes didn't need to know. But all these players, they didn't need to know. They already knew. Neville didn't need to know. He knew when to overlap David Beckham and what to do and when the ball was actually going to come to him.
I want to reference a goal, actually. It was Scholes in the Champions League against Roma, and it was a Ronaldo header. I don't know if you remember it.
Yeah.
He pinged it up for him. It was precise. He wasn't even in shot, Ronaldo, if you watched it on TV. No. And he just comes steaming in, it takes...
I remember he hurt... Well. Yeah, he hurt himself, I remember. But yeah, I remember the goal. What a leap that was. It was just Scholes knew where to hang it for him. And if he can get there in time, he'll get on the end of it. It's like, because he'd played with Ronaldo for so long now. He'd played with Ronaldo for so many years. You've got to get to know each other. You have to. It took Ronaldo and Rooney that a few seasons to get to know each other. And as soon as they did, come on, that was some good football. Really good football. And they knew each other so well.
Do you think Man United could get back to that sort of way? You know what I mean? Yeah. With a front three, like you said, Sancho, Martial and Rashford up front, that would be perfect, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that would be fantastic. And it would be our front three for the next 5, 6, 7 years minimum.
Yeah.
which is exciting. To think that in 5 years' time, if you had that front three in 5 years' time, they'd be hitting their peak. I mean, you got some good days ahead of you then, didn't you?
And if they want to go, you made money as well, right?
100%, yeah. That's also another bonus. You know, I don't like to see players leave. They're going to sign players. I can't see Rashford ain't leaving Man United if we're doing well. My favourite player, I don't see him wanting to leave if he's got his number 9 shirt and he's banging in goals up front. So I think we're all right there. I think we're safe if you have those front three, to be honest. And then you do have people like James who will get better and come in and out. And then you have Greenwood who, like you said, you think he's going to be better than Rashford. Greenwood, for me, I want Greenwood to be a striker eventually. I don't want to see Greenwood trying to run down the wing, take on players. I want to see him in and around the box, getting onto his left or his right and banging. Can you imagine? Centre-back, that would be your worst nightmare. Going up against a player who you're not sure if he's going to hit you with his right or his left because he's as good with both. Like centre-backs, if they watch a player enough, they know how to read them. Yeah. They'll know this player will always want to go and shift onto his right or this player will always want to shift onto his left. It sort of helps them. With him, you don't know what he wants to do. He could go to his right and then shift it back onto his left. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, you got him coming through. So there'll always be that extra added bonus there with some of the players we're going to have behind them as well. So yeah, I'm excited. We're looking better than what we did. We haven't got Lukaku up front no more. Sanchez has got to go. I can't see him going back to Man United. I really can't. Because he's not going to start ahead of those front three like that front three I just mentioned. Not while Ole's there anyway. So yeah, we haven't got those players anymore. Half the time ain't going to give it their all, and they're limited for me.
Cool, man. Well, mate, thank you very much for joining us again today. Do you want to shout out all your social media platforms and all that once again?
It's Unofficial Pundit on Facebook, Instagram, and on YouTube. I'm not really doing much on YouTube. I'm going to go on. I'm so busy with my work. I'm just going to go on others like yourselves. Terry ever rings you or anyone else, they ring me, I'll just go on theirs. But we've got YouTube as well. And then we're also on Twitter, Unofficial Pundit 1, that is. Probably the most hated guy on Twitter. I say it how it is. I'm straight about it.
People don't like people being raw, you know. They don't like it.
They don't. They like everyone to follow the crowd. You've got to hate Rashford and Shaw. You've got to love Paul Pogba. Ole's not good enough. That's what will get you the fans. Because
when you're back on Terry's show, Football Terrace.
I don't know. Listen, that was just something. I see someone put something up, and I thought, you know what? Maybe I could do something with him and Nash, who I done something with before on Terry's show, and Meeks. And then all of a sudden, I put a post up and I tagged Terry in it, and I hadn't spoken to him for ages. And then he said to me that he's got something going on that Sunday. Do I want to be involved? I said, yeah, sweet. So if someone contacts me and they want me to be involved, I'm here. I'm involved. I'm willing to get involved. So
that's good, mate. Top one for helping out too, mate. Nice one for that. And everybody, please do subscribe to Unofficial Pundit's YouTube. Even though you don't use it at the moment, you will be using it soon. Ours too. And stay safe, and hopefully football comes back soon. Take care.